Hey, I put that little tease in there for the round table. Hopefully I'll be resurrecting that soon. But anyway, I decided to do a live stream. It's kind of late at night. I just had a lot of stuff going on today, and I needed to get a cap kit done. So I'm working here late in the shop, in my arcade, on the bench. So I have this over here. This is a Blast City power supply. And I also have the audio board, which is down there. We may get to that. I'm not really sure. It depends how tired I am. But it's not really that involved like a regular cap kit is. I already took everything apart. I'm not going to run it in the machine afterwards. I'll do that at some other time. But I'm having some issues with my monitor where it's just acting a little goofy, and it all goes through this thing here. Unlike the regular arcade games, which have a separate ISO and everything. This is all kind of through here. A buddy of mine, Any Mike, also had an issue with his, where his monitor was acting up when he ran certain games, and it turned out that the cap kit was the issue. He capped it, everything was good after that, and it was good. So anyway, hopefully you guys can see this and hear it. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be doing, like I said, the cap kit on my bench. Something really simple, just here, showing me probably picture in picture with my bench as well. So I'm gonna get started. So let's see, it's around 2 a.m. Eastern time. Probably if you're on the West Coast there, it's what, 3 hours difference? So a little earlier for you guys, probably 11 p.m. Anyway, let me slide over and I will change views here. Let me see if I can get it going. All right, so you should be able to see the bench now, and I will be working on there. If you have any questions, just post it in chat. Let me see if I can get chat up on top here. There we go. Now I see it. Cool. I will type something really quick. All right, there we go. So as usual, super chats are all open. I am actually drinking some eggnog. You can see right here. Puerto Rican eggnog that I made myself. It's called Coquito. As you guys know, I'm Hispanic, so I make that usually every year. I bring some to work as well, but I've been off from work, I guess the last few days, last couple weeks actually. Just I had extra time to take at the end of the year. So anyway, I am off tomorrow as well. So I figured let me do a late night stream. Everybody's sleeping. It's nice and quiet in the house. Let me go ahead and just double check something. I'm gonna see if I can find something that I just dropped. Give me 1 second. All right, it never fails. I dropped a screw and I can't find it, but I'll find it later. I have the general vicinity where I dropped it, and I have a magnet. I can grab it later. Anyway, I'm gonna do, let me see if I can swing this over here. I'm gonna try to do picture in picture. I'm just gonna quickly just switch over to my camera here. All right, there I am. Lighting is pretty horrible because I'm used to sitting over here. But I will go ahead and just leave it that way. It's fine. It's because of this light right here. This is what's being viewed here. Let's see if I can adjust it. Kind of get it a little bit out of my face here. Yeah, I guess that's a little better. Perfect. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, James? I knew you'd be awake. You're on the West Coast over there. Simple cap kit. I haven't really done this one ever actually, but I was just kind of looking at it, and it's really simple. Maybe 16 caps on the audio, and then this here from Arcade Parts and Repair. let's see, it's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is like 12 caps total, maybe 13 with the B plus, which I have right here. So yeah, kind of took it apart, and I'll reassemble it after, I guess, if I can find that screw that I lost. There's a whole bunch everywhere. Took pictures on how all the connectors go, as you know, I'm not really familiar, so I'm not going to change out any transistors. Those are all, it's all working fine, just a little bit dirty, so I might take a brush and clean it and stuff. I think I brought it down. Yeah, I did. This is it here. So first thing, I'm just going to take these screws out just to get underneath the board here. So I should have some noise canceling going on, so you won't hear the drill. You might, I'm not really sure. I really been wanting to stream the last week, but I have not been able to. It's just been so busy with family stuff, traveling. I've been Mr. Fix-It around the house. Got a new washing machine because it died. Tried fixing it. I usually keep it going. I have been keeping it going for like the last 9 years, and finally I just said, all right, time to buy a new one. So $2,000 later, I bought that and a dishwasher, actually, because the dishwasher was on its way out. So they had a Black Friday sale, and I just basically grabbed it. You can see this is really dirty. I'm just going to brush this into my garbage here. Doing this all off camera so I won't get, you know, dirt on the bench or anything. It's not worth washing it. I was thinking about it for a second, but I'm not sure if the components are more, you know, a little more delicate on this, but I know with a monitor you can do that. I try not to unless it's the last resort, really. All right, so all I did was I went over it, you know, in the little crevices and stuff, just to clean out. It was basically just dust that was in here. Cleaned it out. Same thing underneath, did it all. Now I'm going to take this. You can see there's still some dirt in there. I'm going to do that off camera. All right, so it goes on like this. I'm going to keep it in that same orientation. Trying to see if there's any markings. I guess it just goes to the right here. And this normally, once it's all assembled, it kind of folds up this way, and you'll see it sideways in the power supply. But also has a cover, which I removed, so I can get to these components. So I guess the first thing we'll do, right, is the hardest one, is the filter cap. The biggest one, I should say. And I'm going to add some solder there before anything on these 2 points. That way I can just not have any issues when I'm taking it off. I have the iron set to 750 because I figured these joints are big here. Hopefully you hear the music as well in the background. I shut it off on my monitor so it won't bother me here, but I can see the levels going on. So hey, Penner Station, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I did an impromptu stream because I had to work on this anyway, and you know, why not? I have the stream set up, so. So I actually have a bigger bit that I could put on this Akko here, or tip, but this one right now is a little smaller, so it wouldn't fit on that, so I kind of had to go around it. Hopefully that'll be enough for me to wiggle this thing out without breaking anything. I might have to swap it, I'm not really sure. Let me actually get my magnifiers here. These are the ones I use. I just pop them on. It's great. Doesn't mess your hair up if you're into that. And then it has a nice bright LED. So probably could use a recharge. But let me just look at this really quick up close. And yeah, so I really need the bigger tip, I think. It's not going to come out. So let me see if I can swap that really fast. Let me just find it here. Take this off. Oh, there it is. That's my kit here. I'll show it to you really fast. This is a case for the Haku. And I have a whole bunch of stuff in here, you know, little pieces, filters, and this is where I keep the bigger stuff. I need this here on the right. And I need, that's it for now. Put it on this thing. And I have it in here somewhere. I gotta find out which is the bigger one out of these two. Yeah, you can see right here, see how tiny that one is on the right? This is one underneath. I'm gonna test fit it real fast while it's cool. Yeah, it should fit right on there. All right, so I'm gonna take the hot one out. You can do it while it's hot. Not an issue, it's meant to do that. I'm just gonna grab it while it's on. Stick this on there. Squeeze on it and turn it. Comes right out. You'll see that bit. I'm actually going to use this metal piece here. Plunk this other one off. I always forget to bring pliers, but usually pliers just will knock it off. Usually it slides off. This one is the cold one, that's why I'm touching it. That is piping hot. I'm not going to touch it. So a lot of times I'll just drop it right in here. Pop it right on. Turn, we're good. I'm gonna check this really fast. I forgot to check to make sure it's empty. Not bad. I'll empty it out. There's a little bit inside here. It's gonna get something to scrape it with. I have one of these. Pop it out. Probably gonna get everywhere. Yeah. For every stream, I always forget to empty these. So I did some soldering. I've been doing building DMDs for my pin machine, and I guess I'll release an episode on it. I recorded everything, but I was gonna do that live tonight actually. To build the other two and then pop it in the machine, that you can see right there. It's working great, but you can see the bottom two are all perfect now. I actually stuck some of the DMDs in there already. They look great, so it's got to build the other two. I was going to do that on a stream. This here is super hot, so I'm going to move it somewhere else where it's safe. And this I can leave on the side. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. And then I can just pop this in here. So now it's ready to go. Perfect. All right. I'm going to add some more solder. Kind of reverse what I just did. What are you guys doing for the holidays? Anything? Anybody working? Anybody off? Anybody at work now? Feels weird. I haven't been at work for so long. And I have so much time off pretty much the rest of the year. I may go in this week. I'm not really sure yet. I will check on Monday what the deal is and what the schedule looks like. But yeah. Yeah, this one's still not fitting on there. I could have sworn I had a bigger one than this. What I may do is just throw some solder in there and pull it off. Because these are the kind that you just snap in. And I don't have a fan. I'm going to turn this fan on in a second. I have a filter to the left of me. It's going to kind of just grab it. See if I can just take it out. really on there. All I'm doing is I'm doing each side. First I do this side, and I'm pulling it, rocking it back and forth as I go. This side already is out. I just felt the pop out on the bottom. So I kind of just tilted it this way and that way as I was desoldering it. See how it has those hooks on it? Those hooks kind of pop on there so they snap on. So now I can add some solder and clean these up. And I hope it has markings on it because I forgot to take note which way it was in there. We'll put it in. Perfect. All right, so these are looking really good right now. These are the holes that pop those in. You add some alcohol here. Get up a little bit. And this side looks good too. That's fine. I did not take note. It looks like negative would be this way, but I can't tell if that's for that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rewind and look. The magic of editing. So I have my YouTube channel up, which I can put right here. And let's see, I'm gonna go to my channel here. And I will go here. I already turned off the sound. I'm just gonna go back in time and look at what I was working on here. All right, so I'm looking at it from the top. It looks like I had this oriented this way, actually. Let's see. And I know it goes, just for myself, I will say this. It goes this way when I'm holding it. The connectors go on the bottom, and then it kind of closes this way with the back of the power supply facing this way. So, all right. So I had it actually on the other way. I'm having it paused, and it looks like this was like that. Bam. Yep, because the lettering was on this side. So negative was facing that way. And there is a symbol here, but that's for something else. That's not for that. So it's actually facing this way. That's how it's supposed to be on. Let me just double check that. Yep, my image looks good. Let me zoom in a little bit. I should be able to. Yeah. Yep, that looks right. All right. Cool. Yep. So it went in this way. So negative was down there. So if that's true, if I flip it over, negative would be on this plane right here. Positive would be there. That makes sense. Looks like other things are on there. The same ground with negative, positive, same thing. Yeah. That looks right. So I'm going to pop in the other one exactly the same. Facing this way, and it's the same. I believe it's 820 UF at 200 volts. This is 820. I believe I checked earlier. Yeah, 820 at 200. Microfarads, I say UF, microfarads, same deal. You guys know what I mean. And then this should, I'm going to take this out, by the way. It should snap in, where you can just kind of apply it right on there. Yeah, you push down on it, and it actually snaps in and holds on there, and then all I have to do is solder it. So a little hard to take out, but it was pretty easy once we got it going. And I love this camera. Focus is so fast. Where is it? This is it right here. Okay. I'll check chat in 1 second once I get this going here. Generous with this. All right. Good to go. And then I will take some of this, clean it up. We're gonna clean it up later, you know, with some alcohol and a brush. That's usually how I like to do it. Hey, look at all that. That's all flux. Got a lot off there. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what I do typically with cap kits. I like to get this foam piece. There's a link in the description on it, but it comes with like 10 pieces. You don't need 10 pieces, you just need 1 piece. But if you could find, I got this I think from a shipping box, but it's like, it's not styrofoam, it's like a flexible foam. You know, it's kind of spongy and it's perfect for these things. I mean, they just go in perfectly. It's not stiff at all, it feels like plasticky almost. But I've kept this around, I've used it. I usually put my cap kits, I lay it out, I do the inventory, so right on here it'll say the inventory on top. It says to whatever, and then you just put them all down and you put them in the sections, and then once you have everything, you're good to go. And then the actual cap kit is down here where you're putting them in the locations that it says. If you look closer here, these are all the locations. That's C12, C14. It tells you what's supposed to be used to put in there, and then you just double check that what you're swapping out is similar. There's been a couple differences I know with cap kits where Peter says, oh, it's better to use another value, but typically they all have the same UF or microfarads. The voltages usually be a little higher, so if this was like 47 at 35 volts on the board, 50 volts is okay because you're going to equal to or higher. So yeah, this thing is a lifesaver. Like, I mean, nothing's going away. It's all sticking there. Turn it upside down, flip it, you're not accidentally knocking them over. And the other thing is, you know, you get to do the inventory first before you realize after that you're doing the whole cap kit and you're like, oh, it's missing, where did it go, is it still in the bag? You have everything here, it's all checked off, you're good to go. Now, even so, I have gotten them wrong. I usually confuse the 47 UF caps, the 4.7 caps, the 470 UF. They're all, you know, I say UF again, microfarads for all those techies. But yeah, I've gotten it wrong because I've just been tired, and then the next day I fixed it. You can ask James about that. I remember picking his brain about that, and then we figured it out. So, all right, this one is the old cap, and it looks like, I'm trying to look at this really quick. It has like some red stuff on it. I wonder if it pulled. No, that was from the top, so we're fine. Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna put this in my junk pile there. I'm not gonna toss it just yet. Let me grab a cheers to everybody. Have some coquito, Puerto Rican eggnog. It's the best stuff. It's like coconut. Has a little bit of rum, tiny bit. I figured I'd get in the spirit. All right, let me get rid of this. Let me go back to live. And there we go, we're back live. Awesome. Okay, next cap, I guess we'll do this one right here. It's going up and down, negative. Okay, so now I'm kind of understanding how this works. So on this, I'm gonna take this one out and I'll show you exactly, but there's like a line signifying negative. Because I'm looking here, this is facing there. If you look really close inside, right, let me get my pointer here. Right there, you can see like a line going across, that means negative, so that's, you have to line that up. So I'm looking on this one too, there's one right there. Looking over here, you can see another one right there. So I guess every chassis and every manufacturer is different, and that's how to signify, I guess, that it's negative and positive. So it's these right here. I'm gonna try just taking these out without adding solder, which isn't always a good idea, not with this chassis, or with this, I always say chassis, but man, with this power supply. They're in there pretty good, I gotta say. I might have to just, you know, do the method that I've seen Mike Jensen do. where he just holds it here and just pulls it out, just like I did with the other one. But I'm gonna try. Let's see if this will work. Not sure if it will, but we'll give it a shot. So these are the ones I just added to. Not sure. Not really familiar with this power supply, if it's more of a pain. Yeah, see, it's not even budging, man. It's crazy. They're in there pretty good. So maybe I'll have to just do this one differently and not use my desoldering iron here. I'm gonna add more solder. It's always better to add, put it back, and then you can kind of get it more liquidy. That way it won't tear the pad out. And these are also glued in, by the way. You can see the glue right there as a big glob. So that could be another factor. But I'm gonna grab it from underneath. It's gonna be hard to show you guys. I may actually have to zoom out a little bit to not get you guys dizzy here. And then I'm gonna grab this. Put it on there. I could feel it moving. This one here. I'm just rocking it back and forth slowly. You can hear it screeching underneath. Yeah, they're in there. They're pretty small holes. And the reason why it's giving me trouble is because of that stupid glue. Yeah, I can feel it spongy. So now it's out. But over here, see, it's still kind of floating. It's because of that glue right there. See it? It's literally holding it right there. See, it's snapping it back. It's like rubbery. I'm just gonna give it a good yank and now it's gone. But this is holding it in right here. It's kind of, see, it's stretchy, kind of like a rubber band. So this was kind of, I guess it was in okay shape, but it's just probably old. I don't see any bulging or anything, but this is 10 volts, 6800 microfarads. This is 6800 right here. This is the old one. I'm gonna chuck that. And then I usually like to cut these out. These like abominations called glue. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it without messing up the board. I got a little bit off. I'm looking at it now. Hard to get to is the problem. Trying to get to it with my nail. I got most of it off. Alright. So now I'm going to go here and redo those two. I'm going to add solder. So it's taken, I'm picking these challenging cap kits lately. It's taken more time than normal. That's how you learn, right? Yep, that's good. Now I will add this one here. So positive would be the longer leg and negative would be the shorter one. You see that? So see that line right there? That's what I was talking about. That line right there is negative, so it's going to go down. So I'm going to put it in this way. And it looks good. And I'm going to try to hold it and tack it in place. I don't really like to bend the legs if I can help it. That way, whoever's doing it 40 years won't have issues. Tacked it in. Now it's held in place, and I can just solder the rest. See right there, the legs. I'm doing this without my glasses here. I'm putting them on now. Well, I had my glasses, just not my magnifiers. I'm just curious to see if I got it all. I think I did. This is it right there. I got new glasses, so they're pretty awesome. They work really great. It's good. Side cutters. These are actually really, I try to save these if I can. They're really good for jumping stuff, so I usually take these really solid thick ones and I'll keep them. I won't throw them out. And if I ever need to jump like a chassis, you know, solder pad or something, it's very easy to do with those. So quick tip there. All right, so these two are done. I'm gonna kind of mark them with the Sharpie, but I'm not gonna fill them in like I usually do. I'm gonna put like a small dot. If I can find a Sharpie. I brought it upstairs. I have tons of them everywhere. I just can't. Oh, what I did. Oh, here we go. I'm just gonna make a dot really quick, just to show that I did them, so I don't confuse myself. All right, so I'm gonna try to just cut this one off first. Let me zoom out. Oops, I'm moving the whole camera rig here. That should do it. All right. I'm just taking this right here and I'm just quickly snip it. I usually take pliers and just pull it right off, but it's not a big deal. All right, we're gonna use the same technique where we just take it right here, add solder, and pull it out. So this washer that I got is pretty awesome. You know, it's all high tech and stuff, and it'll actually text me when everything's done. I can have it auto text like family members when it's done to like switch it to the dryer. It's pretty neat. This one's out, and this one is being stubborn because of the glue. I already got it out. You can see it's hanging out, but it's that glue is just stuck on there. So this one is 6800. This one 6800. Yep. Let's see if I can pull this glue off. I'm actually just using my nail. Just get the most of it off. It's not, man, it's not as bad as that 7203 monitor I did recently. That was horrible. All right, so that's on there. Here it is. On negative, you can see the symbol going down. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot to. I usually try to add solder and suck out the rest here. I usually turn it sideways to help it. Yep, nice and clear. Negative. Just straighten that out. Just this way. Get right in. See that? So, I'm holding it with one hand, and I'm just gonna tack it on there real quick. It's in there. Check it. Yep. It's good to know. I threw that one out because I have plenty. Let's see. Let me check chat. Check the chat real quick. Let's see. So it looks like James is here. Penner Station. Botwit Daba, man, your name is so hard. I'm gonna call you Botwit just for short. Happy holidays to you as well, man. Yeah, I could use alcohol to soften the glue, but it's more rubbery than anything else. I used acetone last time, Penner. So. All right, that one's done. Mark it off. And then one of these little ones in here, I'll get the big one on the side again. You can see how much glue they put on, but it's all rubbery. See how it bounces back? Let me try cutting it off with the flush cutters real quick. All right. There's that one. This reminds me, taking these caps out reminds me of doing it on a Sega Outrun. Changing those caps, they're really, really tight, just like these are. So like, it was fruitless using the desoldering. But whatever, this is working. It's nice and flat, so I can lay it down and just kind of give it a tug on either side. And there it is, it's out. Just a glue holding it right now. See, I'm just kind of twisting it to get it out. And then this is 68. Here's a new one. I'm gonna add some solder. Most of them, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, that's different. That's something else. Hang on. Oh, that's something else. I'm reflowing these. But it's actually these right here. Oh. And I'm going to try scraping this off with my finger again, just to get some of it off. Well, I'm going to take this one out too, because I have to get it anyway. This is what, C25, so I'm going to look at my sheet here. C25 would be 100 at 50. So it's on here somewhere. That there. Checking it out. And 47, 100 is right here. I was gonna put that nearby so I have it. And then this is the one for there. And I just want to take this one out just to have it out of the way here. It's going up and down, so it's these two right here. I don't really like how it's sounding when it's coming out. Everything's in there pretty crispy. It's like whining when it comes out. You know? I guess if, as long as I'm heating it up. That one's out. That one's out. All right, now I can get to this. This is what I wanted to grab. Yeah, now it's coming off. I have a plastic blade you can use, but it'll do no use against those. This is really effective. I'm taking it off with my nail here. Nice. Alright, got most of it off. Got a brush here, I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Alright. We're back here. Alright, so I'm gonna put the big one in first. Negative goes that way. And is it letting me in? It is not. That hole is not big enough. Sometimes this happens. So I'm actually going to do all of them again. I feel like the smaller bit is what I need, honestly. I'd have to swap it back again. That's already out, so it's not going to take long. I'm trying to grab it. Come on. Go. This should be cool by now, right? Yeah, it is. Now, the other one wasn't hot. Yeah. I'll let that heat up a little bit. I have to tighten these screws. So these screws, you see that? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those tend to get loose on a Kako. I didn't know this when I first got it. And I've been tightening them up, you know, periodically since. Like I'm looking at it now to see. Actually, they're on pretty tight now. Just checking off camera here. Yep, they're good. But yeah, these come out. I have to get replacements. Because one of them just fell out and got lost. All right, so that should do good. Let's see if I can get this. Let me use my magnifiers again. In there. Alright, I think that's nice and clean now. So negative and positive. Yeah, see now it's going through really nice. Perfect. So this Blast City, just to give you a backstory on it, I haven't really shown much on the channel, but I should. But I actually got it 2 years ago, I want to say. I got it shipped from Japan on the boat, slow boat from Japan, and it was cool. We actually, Mike and I actually, my friend Mike, you know him as Any Mike. He's been on the roundtable. You know, I told him about it, and we were kind of just, you know, spending, I think it was $1,800 for the cab, and then plus shipping. We had to have it shipped after that. From North Carolina all the way up to us, and it was cheaper if we did it together. That way, you know, we can save money on shipping. Shipping costs are crazy now. So I did get the thing shipped over. It was in really nice shape. Everything worked. The guy showed that it was working when he got it. It was kind of almost guaranteed to work. It does need a cap kit, I think, on the monitor, which I'm going to give it eventually. I'm not looking forward to that. But this needed to be capped. I haven't done it in 2 years since I got it because it's been working. But then, not even like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks later, a local one. Like I've been looking for candy caps for like 10 years. So I finally just broke down and got it from overseas. And then turns out, like not even 3 weeks later, that there's a local one for sale that I had to have also. So I ended up grabbing that. Man, this isn't clear here. I thought it was. Yeah, it's not quite. Oh yeah, there's tons of solder on top here. These are desoldering. Yeah, the glue's actually covering some of it. Let me try getting this out. So yeah, 3 weeks later, this guy Tony in New Jersey, kind of near my job actually, had an Astro City for sale. which I ended up buying, which I hadn't planned for. The other one I had budgeted for, but the other one I just had, it was more of an impulse buy. But I'm glad I got it. So now I have a vertical, or a tate mode, like they say. And my Blast City, which is this one, is in Yoko mode, which is horizontal. So glad I bought them, because they've gone up in price a lot. All right, I stayed on that one for a while, and it looks like it's good now. Perfect, now it's in there. This one kind of stays in there, it's nice. James is still on. He's probably going, yeah, we see candy cabs all the time in California. Not here in New York. Way different. Although there's a guy in Yonkers, New York now that's 20 minutes from my house probably. And he's selling candy cabs and importing them and stuff. I've seen stuff from him. Had I not gotten mine from this other guy, I think it was Fury Force, I think his name was. I forgot the guy's name. I think his name was Matt in real life. But this other guy in Yonkers, I don't really know. I don't know if he has a good reputation or not. So I went with trustworthy source, and it's really hard, man. You give him this guy $2,000 and you're just praying that it's gonna come. And it was double that because Mike got his also. So, but it worked out. I'm really happy with it. I would totally recommend him for stuff. You know, I'm not near, I can't remember the guy's name. He's in California, near James. That's where you are. What's that guy's name? Saru? It's Saru? He's like on the forums. Yeah, I'm gonna yank this one out here by doing the same thing. This one here. I think that's out. Not quite. This side's not out. That's glue. That's what it was. So this one is C24 and 2216. Looks like it's this one here. 2216. This one looks a little funky on the bottom. Oh, it's not the glue, it's something else I was looking at. So now I'm gonna this one, add some solder. That's the one. Yeah. And then get it going here. See a lot of smoke because the flux that I'm using, it's Kester flux. It's really, really good flux. I'm sorry, solder is what I meant to say. It has some flux built in on the core. It's really great, and I would not use anything else. It's a little pricey though. A roll of this is probably like 40 bucks. It's pretty big, but lasts forever. I finally changed it after years. I got a new one. This is going in here, nice and easy, same thing. Hold it so I can tack it in. I make it look easy, I know. But it takes practice. I've been soldering for years. All right. And I will mark that one. That one looks right. So it's good. They're all oriented in the same direction here. So that way I know negative is facing that way. Same thing with these. I'm looking at these over here. Those are in the same direction. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 4. Actually, there's a couple on the other side here. I think I'm replacing these two with tantalums instead of electrolytic. And where else did I see some? So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I have 7 left, so that checks out. Let me grab something over. All right, I'm back. All right, cool. So I have to say it's not my favorite to cap right now. This the fact that I have to just not use the desoldering iron. I don't know if these small ones would be different, but it doesn't look like it. Like the way they're in there, they're like really. Oh, if you could see that. See, like they're just very, very tight for each one. So I could take it out with desoldering, but there's a good chance I could rip stuff out. It's better to take it out when it's kind of wet. All right, I'm going to take these two. Like that's one right here. I'm going to keep my finger on it so I can remember. Have it set a little too hot because it's splashing on me. And that was that one. This one would be like right there. Really hard to tell. Yeah, that one's that one. This one over here looks like it's this one. Trying to figure it out just by looking at them. It's this. It's this one right there. And what would suck even more is that if these were like, when they put them down, they just turn them. That would make it 10 times harder to get out. So I'm holding it underneath as I'm doing this. And I'm going to try to twist it out. Yeah, it's coming out. That side and now this side. Hear that? Oh, it's hard to hear, but it's making like a whining sound as it's coming out. It's like a door creaking. All right. Oh, it just fell out right on my hand, nice and hot. This one is the, I'll zoom in so you guys can see. 51 at 50 volts. And this one at 50 volts. Look at my thing really quick. 1 at 50, I think is this one here. 22. This one might be it. That's 47. 1 at 50 is right here. That's this one. 1 at 50. Look at that high def. So I'm streaming at 1080. I plan to eventually upgrade it to 4K. I used to stream at 4K a long time ago. But then I tried experimenting on Twitch, and that's 1080 only, which is a bummer. Come on, go with the program, Twitch. Everybody wants 4K now. Where was that one? That one right there. So I'm gonna do this one first, just so I won't mix them up. I recommend totally doing it one at a time. This one right there. Make the go. Yeah, I need to add some solder. This one's not cooperating. The reason I add solder is because this is newer solder. It has the flux in it, so I think that did it. I'm just fixing all my stuff here. There we go. And this is what, 1 at 50, yeah. So I'm gonna put that negative is facing that way, which is the same direction. Yeah, let me just... Oh, actually that was in backwards. You see? Double checking. Man, this thing is bent. I don't really like how it looks. I'm gonna shape it. So negative is that way. That looks right. It. All right, let me take out the other one. Slow and tedious, for sure. Can really grip it here. This one here. This one. That's good. And this is 47 at 35. That's this one, I think. Yeah, 47 at 50. See? So this, even though that's at 35 volts, this one's 50. It's equal to or better, so you're good. As long as the microfarads are the same, so it's still 47. So I'm gonna go ahead and add solder here now. This one. Like this. That's 47. And then it looks like negative is back there. Put it in there. There we go. These metal things are like blocking the cap kit. The vid for your viewing pleasure here. I was sitting downstairs with family yesterday, or the day before actually, building one of those displays for my scoring system, you know, on the pin. And they're like, wow, this is really relaxing. Now I get why you're down here. Working on this sometimes late at night. You know, it's fun to do. So, it gives you like soldering zen. Alright, those are done, that's done. Alright, now I got, those were like the more harder ones to do because they were like buried in there. So now this one's a little bit easier and these are like easier. So I just got to figure out where they are. I think, which way is it going, up and down? I think it's these two right here, I think. Right, adding solder there. Maybe it's next to it. Yeah, because these are these here, right? Yeah, let me add solder to these as well. I'm actually going to try to take this one out first. Balancing act, here we go. What's cool is that the component will heat up a little bit so you know you're pulling the right one. Yeah. I can't get my finger on it. Yeah, that's it for sure. Oh, still not out. Right, now it's out. This one is... $10 at 50. Check here. I think there's two of them. 10 at 50 right here. All right, so that goes in there. I'm actually doing the edge first because that's it's just easier to see, and then the other one lines up with that. So I think they're both 10 at 50s. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, you know what? Let me get this one out too. I think it's the same one. Here. See if it heats up in my hand. Yep. This one is also 10 at 50. Let me see if I can focus here. Yeah, 10 at 50. So this is 10 at 50 right here. This is also 10 at 50. Yep. Those two I can do all at once. Now I can just put some solder, make the holes that I'm supposed to make. This This one didn't really come out. Shoot. Probably because there's some on this side. Yeah. But let me try melting some more here. Right. As if it goes sideways, it helps it because gravity's not fighting you. Yep. Good to go. So now I just gotta make them face the right way. Put that in there. I'll just hold it like this so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. That one actually is holding pretty good, so I'm gonna try to stick the other one in too. Get them both in one shot. Oh man, I just hit it by mistake. Right, just doing that. I'm going to experiment in a second with the fan right here. I want to see if I'm able to like use it while I'm doing it, and I think the AI should do a pretty good job of filtering it out, but it may robotize my voice. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see. We'll try now. Okay, so right now I have the fan on and I am talking. I'm just experimenting to see. I'll go back and watch it. I always watch my live streams after I do them, just to see what I can improve on. And this will actually suck. Like if I do this, you'll see the smoke go sideways. Okay, it's going that way now, because it's actually sucking it into the filter here. Yeah. However, my voice gets all robotized. Robotic, I should say. Robotized isn't a word. All right, I'll turn it off for a second. Okay, this is with the fan off. It just sounds a lot more natural. So I will look at that part and see. All right, so I got those two, right? I cut them. I just got to mark them. It's this one here and this one here. And then this one right there, I have to just make sure that I get these two here. This one. So this is how I understand you have to do it with Mortal Kombat boards. According to Mike Jensen, he's saying that they're, you know, a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I may have to do that when I cap mine, because I have one I need to cap from Mortal Kombat 2. Just not liking this at all. It's definitely, the component's getting hot, so I know this is the right one. This doesn't want to come out. It does not want to come out. I'll hold it sideways and we'll try again. That side's out. Now this side. Give it a yank. It is really in there. That's that. That's out. Alright. Such a pain. Take this thing out. This is 22 at 35. The last one we have here is 22 at 50, which is acceptable because it was 35. Perfect. Now I'm going to, let me put this here for a minute. I'm just gonna reflow this really quick. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right here. And this is only the, might have to change the title. I'm tired now. Down. Right there. Do it. And then this goes in. Let me see. Positive. Just double checking my other work while I'm here. Positive, negative, positive, negative. We're facing that way. Perfect. All right, that's going to go in there. I would definitely say if you're a novice, this is not the thing you want to be doing. This particular power supply, because they are a pain to take out. But I will say that this is a pretty robust PCB where the pads are not falling off. Like if you're working on a Defender power supply, forget it. The opposite, everything comes out. All right, so that's in there. So now I have to do these tantalum. So these are, instead of using the normal electrolytic, these are tantalum, I guess, as replacements, because I guess the same values, they're the same values as the ones that were in there. So it's, I think these little guys, where is it? Oh, these little guys right here. And I will take those out. They're both the same value. I'm looking at it now. They're 0.47 microfarads. That's 0.47 at 50 volts each. And these are equivalent to that according to the sheet. It should say 474 at 50 volts. Yeah, so 474 is equivalent to, it has to do with the decimal places. That's what the, I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's what the 4 is for the 474. And if you look on here, it says right here, these are T for tantalum, and it's 0.47 at 50 volts. And they also say them up here, see tantalum and boom. So let me take these last ones out. We'll be done with this power supply. And then once again, I need to yank them out the old-fashioned way. It looks like these are them right here. Just double check that. Yeah, so it's these 4. Just adding. I'm trying to leave it on there a while because like these are like on the other side as well. And I don't want to exactly rip them out. Let's do that. We should be able to get this one here. Yep, this one here. Not coming out easy. I feel like I'm yanking on them hard. There we go, that one's out. That one's out halfway. And then I want to do this side now. There we go, came out. So, garbage. And then I'll take the other one out while we're at it. This does not want to come out. Getting there. That one's out. I want to let it cool so it won't go back in. And this one here. This is actually burning my fingers because it's getting so hot because I'm trying to hold on to it as I'm desoldering it. There we go. Look at that. It's just what a mess, right? All jacked up. All right, this one, let me just check, is 47. Yep, 0.47. Now we'll clean these up. Right here. Doesn't matter. I don't think these matter polarity-wise. Oh, actually they do. I remember James was telling me, yeah, they're positive. If you look really close, let's see if I can get that to focus there. Yeah. Look really close at this top thing. You'll see there's a positive symbol. See on that side? And that is the longer leg, just like it is on the tantalum or electrolytic caps. This side right there is longer than that side. So this is positive and that's negative. I got to make sure it's in there correctly. So you can see the two symbols right there. So I want to make sure that negative, the shorter leg actually goes this way. Okay, and then this one, same thing. Long leg, short leg, so you want to do it this way like that. No, actually no, this way, yeah, because long leg goes positive. Get in. They're both the same way, the markings are on that side. So you know they're in right, positive, positive. I'm looking at them. So I'll show you close up. Maybe it'll let me, maybe it won't. Yeah, you can't really see it. Alright. I mean, I'm looking at it in my monitor up here in 4K. So if I can't see it on there, I doubt you guys will be able to see it. This one here is giving me trouble. This one right there, I don't know if I'll get to it. It's like a piece of something in here. I want to take out. Oh, that's the pad. And yep, that's the pad. No big deal. Looks like this one might be a little torn up. So I will make do by scraping. So I haven't done this since last time. But the pad seems to be lifted just on the edge here. It's still touching, but I want to make sure it has a good connection. I will try to zoom in and show you guys. This one right. Well, let me, you know what I'm going to do? Let me cut off the other ones that I soldered on. So let's see. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. This one is kind of lackluster there. So yeah, so this one right here pad is kind of lifted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape away at the trace right there and then fold it over. So I'm going to take an X-Acto knife. It has a really sharp tip. And I'm going to just take it, bend this out of the way a little bit. I'm just going to take this and go right here. Just want to expose the copper. I could go straight to this one here if I wanted to, but I feel like I'm fine if I do this. Working. You want to do it enough where you're not cutting the trace. That looks good. And I'm getting my fiberglass pencil, which I can find. I have a smaller one, which is this one here. And you can see, I'll kind of zoom in a second, hang on. See how I exposed it, see? Wait, this is it right here. You see how I exposed the shininess there? Oh, I'm trying to find it. Go even closer. So I'm just gonna fold it right over and solder it right to that. But before I do that, I'm just gonna measure to see how much I can do, and then cut off the excess right now. And now with this, I'm just gonna push down. I'm gonna throw some flux on it actually. I got a flux pen right here. Should be able to throw some on here first. Now I can bend it. Not the best tool to use. I think that's good. Now I can just throw the rest on. That looks good to me. So now that I did everything, let me mark this top one. Let's do dot. Did I do the other ones? Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is all done, but I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I like to clean it up a little bit, and the way I do that is I have a toothbrush. They sell these on Amazon. They're actually made for older people that don't have like teeth. I guess elderly people like the gums. So this is like to brush your gums if you have dentures. Super, super, super soft. This is softer than a baby's butt, believe it or not. But so let me take this out of the way. Basically just dip it here like this. And then the ones that you went on, or that you've soldered, in my case, yeah, it's these here. You just kind of just go over it like that. And it's better than using a Q-tip, trust me. And then I just take some, after you do that, take like a, like a rag or even a paper towel. You could use a paper towel. I just like using these because they're recyclable. I can wash them. They're just microfiber cloth. And that's it, nice and shiny. Same thing, where should I go? Get the middle here, so I'm just gonna use that. Nice and shiny, no flux. Just gotta remember which ones I did. It's these. nice and clean. I think I can even see because they have shiny flux on them. Just at this angle, but there's these right here. You could go as hard as you want. It's not going to do anything because this is so soft. And I give Ty credit. Ty Laurie. I would say he's a good friend, even though I don't think we've ever met in person, but I've talked to him many times, and he's been in the hobby for a while, so he was suggesting that I do that. So I have the link to these, they're awesome. It actually has a tongue cleaner on the back. I never use that, I just use the front part. Alright, that's good. I think that's really shiny. You could probably do this whole section. Get it kind of saturated with that stuff. I go both directions usually. Just plop it on there, and it even comes off on this side, the flux that you took off. But I've machine washed these and they usually come out good. I use them just for these microfiber cloths, but you could use a paper towel. It'll work just as good. Alright, that looks good. I'm trying to see if there's any other ones I can clean up. I see flux here, here, and here. That's old flux, not mine. I'm going to try cleaning them up anyway. Why not, right? Might need a more abrasive brush, but we'll try it. Alright, that looks good. Just trying to see if there's any other spots that I missed. I got mainly these, I got these here. Oh no, I missed these. Yep. Side. Nope, I did not get these. Perfect. All right. Let me refresh my chat here. I'm not sure if it's doing it right. Sure. Where is chat? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? On Mega Mark, I was thinking about that earlier, the thermal paste. It seemed fine. I mean, I feel I'm going to double check those more on the sound than the power supply. You mean, you're talking about these, right? So, the only problem is I'm going to have to desolder them. They're such a pain to come out, and I feel the risk is greater. I might reflow them, because having these, to take these out, they're such a pain in the butt. They're so tight in there in this board that I don't want to have to remove these and then it screws up, you know? I'm going to reflow these for sure. I can do those. I just need... They don't look cracked or anything. I just cleaned it. These are fine too, they're not cracked at all. Like I said, it was working. Just, I feel like just not as strong. I feel like the caps were weak on them for sure. I did that, I did this. Just looking at them close up with my... Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably leave them the way they are. I feel they're making contact. They're cooling the way they should be. Maybe if they like, if I'm replacing them, maybe I'll do that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being tired. But yeah, reflow those, flux off. Look nice and shiny now. I mean, I guess I could take them off and bend them, right? Oh, man. I'd have to dig out my thermal paste. I can't remember where I put it. I feel like this is crusty, too. And then there's more on this side. I don't know. Maybe that's like for another time. I will take my smaller brush here, though. This is... I feel like this is super dirty in there. This is just a small paintbrush. Man, this is dusty. I'm gonna actually do this off camera into the garbage. I would say this one's done for now, but look at all this crap that just keeps accumulating from all the stuff I kept having to yank out. Take this off. But yeah, I don't know. I have to decide if I want to do that. I'm going to actually leave it here. I'm not popping it in tonight. So I might leave it here and just take a look at it tomorrow. Maybe do that tomorrow. But for now... Let me take one of them out just to see how it looks here. Put them in here. I'll take the smaller one here. Bend it, I guess. I mean, it's there. It's probably dry. No, it's actually, I feel it's like getting on my hands here. I mean, it could use some. And it was pretty easy to do that, so I just need to find my thermal paste, which is in the other, my shop over there on the other side. So I'm trying to remember exactly. I have like a big, it's like a big tube of it. It's by Corning, I think it is. I have the good stuff. And I'm trying to get all these little pieces away. Let me do a little sweep here. All right, let me go ahead. I'm gonna switch. Let me switch camera angles too. I'm actually gonna head over to my other room. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So let me look to see if I find it. If I find it, I'm gonna see if I can swap it. If I can't, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. All right, I'm back. I had to dig this out of the closet. So let me see if I can find it here. I have like this whole thing with all my cap kits in it. I have some paste, I think. Let's see. That's what I need. No, that's not it. I had a whole tube of it. I just can't remember what I did with it, honestly. I have stuff for monitors. These are actually the stuff to put behind the yoke. The strips, convergence strips. I keep all my monitor stuff in here. I have extra cardboard. If you're curious. Back. Got my new old stock TV tool. Who knows? Maybe I'll give that away. I used to have tons of them. And I don't know if I have it in here. I have many boxes with parts in them. I try to keep it all organized. Ton of transistors and silicon. It might be in here. Let's see. Transistors. The silicon, which I don't need in this case. I just need the paste. Oh, don't see it anywhere. It's up here. Some more voltage regulators and hubs. Nothing in there. I'm getting warm though. Sure. ISO, that's another ISO. This is for Pac-Man. There's a bag that says Geo7 on it, but I think it's the one that has the ARs. I might have taken it with me somewhere. I know you need paste for those sometimes. More cap kits. Man, when I look at everything, I probably have thousands of dollars of parts, or hundreds, I would say. Because I've just stocked up on everything. 4900, 4900, K7000. These are all cap kits. Arcade parts and repair. Geo7. This stuff I'm going to do in the future. Neo Geo 4 slot. Yeah, this is 4 slots. Actually, I can give this to my buddy. He has a 4 slot. I have the. I bought that by mistake. I meant to do the 1 slot, which I already have. So I'm good. Bag. This looks like an Ian Kellogg. Yeah, an old one. And this is connected. Yeah, these are actually. Oh, these are resistors for Geo7. Sure. I'm looking sometimes. The AR kits come like with a tiny bag, and that's what I'm looking for because I can't find that big tube I had. I don't know what happened to it, to be honest. This is I'll show you here. We'll go back in time here real fast. This is from Ian Kellogg. Remember that guy? He had the cap kits. He would kind of have them on these. You remember these? That's crazy. He would. That's how he did his cap kits. He would actually rearrange and do everything for you. This is what cost him a lot of time. Doing all that, but it was really good cap kits. And I think the original packaging must have broken, so I stuck it in this Ziploc here. But that's for Sanyo, which I have a couple of, which I've never capped before. That'd be interesting to see. But I don't see it on my parts. at all. The only thing I could think of is it's in one of my drawers. I have like thousands, I feel like, drawers that I labeled, but not all of them are labeled. And it might be in there. So I would say no for now until I find it, or I can just order more. But it was like a tube that'll last a lifetime. It was a huge tube, about this big. Boom. Probably almost the size of this bottle here. Let me go back to this here. There we go. So it's not in here. I think I may just skip that part for now. Move on. Now that this is done, let me just put it back on this plate here. I'm actually gonna switch over. You're more partial to that pinball. That is a great pinball, and I have a surprise for you guys. But I have plans for that pinball. I'm putting some mods with music on it, so that pinball's not supposed to have music, but I'm kind of putting a 70s theme together. I believe it goes this way. Let's mess up that transistor there. So it's going to be a cool bid in the future, I'm sure. I think it goes on that way. We'll find out. If I remember right, the connectors were the opposite way. And I need a long extension to get in here. A little bit overkill. This is really long, but we'll do what I need to do. I can't get in with the drill because of this fat part there. I'm doing a time check. It's about a 2-hour stream is what I was aiming for. This thing is so long, I'm all the way up here. That's crazy. This will reach all kinds of places. Like it's really meant for a car, but I use it all the time on my chassis. There's places I cannot reach, and this thing just gets in. But you could actually take it off now. I don't need it. I just needed it for that one. So this pretty much is capped, but I still have access to these, so maybe tomorrow I'll look for it a little further. All you got to do is kind of take this off, bend it, and then put it back. And then I think I left. Did I leave the screw off? I just want to double check. No, it's this one right here that I did. I basically just screwed it back on, but I want to make sure it's secure. Yeah, it is. So yeah. All right. So this one's done, and then the other one is very simple as far as I know. Maybe not. I'm looking at it now. So this is the audio board, and it's a separate cap kit for that completely. So what I'm going to do, I think, is maybe I'll continue tomorrow, and I'll just get this ready and show you what I do to kind of get this organized. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I forgot to fill this out. I need another. I'm going to try to grab my Sharpie that's more detailed. Or if I could just put a pen. Yeah, maybe I'll just write it in. So, this power supply was recapped. Oh wow, it says power supply. The other one says monitor. I'm going to put at Dell's Arcade. And then today is about the 23rd. 12, 23, 24. I'm going to take this. Let me throw this out actually. Then I'm going to stick it, I guess, on here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put, shoot, I'm doing an incomplete job here. So this is supposed to go on top. and I had to take it off in order to get to it. See, you can see like where it's kind of shiny and not in the middle, because it was right on like that. So a screwdriver, I just put it down here. Putting them in really lightly right now, just till I get all four in there. That's how it was on top. Nice, so this is all ready to go. I can just plug it in, and then you put the screws in and kind of get it in the case. And the case itself, this is the cover for it, right? And then the case itself looks like, and I'm waiting for tomorrow to do this, but I gotta kind of get it with my compressor and just blow it out, because this just is all dusty. But anyway, you look at the board, you have these connectors on the left side here. Get this out of the way there. See all these connectors? So this kind of goes like this and it falls in there and kind of mounts like that, and then you put the screws in the back here. And then when you're done, you put the other side. This is where the audio goes. And then this kind of covers it all on top, you know, and then this will be in the back where you have the port, and it's really cool. It's like a cartridge, so they were very clever the way they did everything. But it's like a cartridge where this is a part that faces outside the cabinet. If you look like this, you'll see, right? That's where you plug everything in. And then this is like a cartridge, so it has the other end inside the cabinet, and you literally just slide it in. It goes click, and then you screw it in with 4 screws on the top here, and you're done. So I guess it was a really good design where if operators had any issues with, like, you know, with the cabs themselves, they would just run to the back, grab a new power supply or a rebuilt one, pull it out, pop in the other one, you're up and running. Like, there was no like, oh, we have to disconnect stuff, you know. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I might hold off on this one because we're just gonna get it all ready, because it looks like there's a lot of caps in this one too. But let me open this up and I'll show you what I mean here. I'll zoom in a little bit. So this is for the Model 3 amp kit, and it has the sound PCB cap kit, so it's the one I need. It's for the Sega Blast City. And I checked already. I kind of compared to make sure that it has the stuff that I have on my board, which it does. And you kind of just empty it out. And I usually go by the biggest first. So this says 4700 at 35. We'll actually take a Sharpie and do this. 4700, there should be 2 of them. So I just take these, pop them there. And in this case, actually, I want it to face this way so I could see the markings right on the front. And that's it. Those are done. And now the next ones would be this. This looks like it's 100, right? Let's see. Yeah, 100 at 50. Obviously, they're in here. I like to take them out. Let's pop them here. 1. Go here. Done. So this is the inventory side. This is actually installing them. And then it looks like there's 4, 10 at 50. Double check them to make sure. Yep, 10 at 50 volts. Let's go 1. So I make like little sections. So the ones that are in their section are together. I know that these are all the same. So on. So that one's that. And these are 1 at 50. So that's these here. There's 2 of them. These out. 1, 2. Put that out. This one here is, well, let me do this pairs first. Are there any more? This looks like it came out, actually. This is 33 at 63 volts, 33 at 50. It's probably these. 63 volts. I don't know why he doesn't list those. He lists 50 here, 35, 50. So I'll assume that's that one. There's another one here, I think, right? Yep, 33. I don't know if you could see that. There's 33 at 63 volts, but on here, it says 50 volts. See? I'm going to move it over. So 33 at 50. So here's the second one. I'm going to assume that's what that is. It's still okay, I guess. Here, this is 2.2 at 50. 2.2, there should be 4 of them. So here's one. This is 2.2, that's 2. Here's a third one, 2.2 at 50. And 2.2 at 50. So that's it, 2.2 at 50, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it's all good. So now everything's here. This is ready to cap. That's quite a number of caps to do this late, so I'm definitely not going to do that yet. I'll have to change the title and then continue. Maybe, what's tomorrow? Monday? Maybe I'll do it tomorrow night. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see. And obviously I'll fill this in. I'm not going to fill in the date, but I'll just put at Dell's Arcade. I'll get it ready. Put it in. I'm actually going to pin it in on the end. Nope, it's not letting me. I thought it'd be like a push pin, but I can't. So whatever, it is what it is. And then I can just toss this. And that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. I guess in the comment. Hey, what's going on, Alex? So Alex has a great separate channel. He used to have Nintendo Arcade. Good friend of mine. We haven't met in person again. I feel like I have all these great friends that I just talk to online all the time. But yeah, Al, we need to do a stream together. That'd be cool. Maybe we'll do some chatting. Maybe we'll just be working on something. If you want to work on a machine, I'll be here. I'll work on my machine also. We can have a competition if you want. I have a lot of games. I have a JAMA handicap where I can, you know, compete if you want. You know, I have a lot of original boards. Juno first. I have some Konami boards as well. I have Time Pilot 84. I have a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that would be good. We could do a live chat. That's fine. Yeah. So I'm on that UK. If you want, I'm also on WhatsApp, Alex. So you could just hit me up on that. You have my number. So if you guys haven't checked it out, he has a great channel. He had Nintendo Arcade originally, then Arcade Archive. I think it's still going with Neil, right? Because Neil's doing the museum. And then he kind of segued into Al's Arcade, which is an amazing channel that deserves a lot more subscribers and views. Oh, did you lose it? Oh man, is that because of Arcade Archive? It just, you changed the name, Alex, or? And by the way, Alex, if you want to ever join us, I mean, Whitney joins us occasionally as well on Zoom. We have like stuff, usually Wednesdays is when we do our stuff. So, yeah, let me go back to this one. So now I'm done with this. Okay, cool. I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to kind of hop over here. Let me actually, I'll leave it back on what it was, right? Yeah. I'm going to switch over, put stuff away, and I'll chat with you guys. Let me move this over. There we go. And then I'll switch over with this one. All right, cool. So, and I will shut this off to get the lighting that I really want. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. All right. That was a good stream, I think. We got, I learned something. You know, I had never done a Sega Blast City in my life before. A little more challenging than I thought, but this one here, gonna be the next one to do, which is the sound. It looks simple when you look at it, but it's a lot more caps than the other one, so I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Yeah, if you want to join us like you did last time. Last time, I think I had Alex on. We were doing a round table. I think we did a live show. It was a whole bunch of us. And unfortunately, I had promised that I would be off by 8 p.m., you know, my time. And we had people over. So I had to get off at 8 o'clock, no questions asked. So then by the time we went on, it was only like a quick, like 45-minute stream. And then I think, Alex, you were saying that you wanted to do it. You're like, oh, I had so much to talk about. We need to do another one. And then we just never got around to it. So we'll get to it for sure. I got inspired recently by Arcade Hangout. You know those guys? I've been on their show before, but for whatever reason, they got together and we saw a whole bunch of people, including Adam. Adam, who worked on he's working on the FPGA pole position. And he gave us an update, which I kind of knew about. I just couldn't say anything. But he let it out publicly that he's still working on the FPGA. There are prototypes out there that he's sending. He's sending one to Dan Yametz, I think his name is. He's the world record holder for pole position, and he's sending him a copy so it can help him, you know, debug some stuff. I know my buddy Jay has one. I've been talking to my buddy Tim about it. He's like, hey, you know, he's like, I'm not going to say anything, but I kind of had a prototype in my hands. I'm like, what? And this was months ago. So hopefully he'll be close to rolling something out for the public. Don't know what pricing is going to be, but it's going to be FPGA pole position plug-in, like plug and play, you're done. Yeah, Adam's great. Again, I haven't met him in person, but just by association, I mean, I talk to Tim, that Tim guy all the time. He's one of our regulars. I hung out with him actually last weekend in Pennsylvania. We all the guys got together. You know, no women, no kids, no, it was just the guys. We went out like bar hopping at like barcades. What else did we do? We had an Airbnb that my friend owns. That's awesome. It's huge, and it has this really big projector screen, and we put on Star Wars on there, the battle pod. We had a great time doing that. We each brought games, so like we had like a whole side. I did some video here and there. I will release something where I just talk about it, but it was a great experience, and we do it all the time. We do it once a year. We used to do it at Jeff's house in New Jersey, but now that he has a 6-month-old, he's skipping this year, so we decided, hey, we need to do something. So we're having it. I think last year we had it in Annie Mike's house in New Hampshire. This year we did it in Pennsylvania. So it was about, for me, like a 90-minute drive. It was great. Anyway, so I hung out with Tim. We hang out all the time. He's only about 2 hours from me. He lives in Massachusetts, so... Yeah, the gang. I want to get everybody together, but our schedules are just crazy. So... I still want to do it, so I said, hey, I'll go solo, that's fine. I'll just have guests come on every now and then. So Alex, you can be the first guest. We can just hang out and do some cool stuff. Gameplay is really what I'd love to do. You know, that's pretty easy to do as well. We just set up a camera, and we go full screen on you. I'll do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. So that would be awesome. Yeah. I love playing games. I started getting into it more and more, where the restoration's fun, but then competition is even more fun when you're trying to get the high score. Yep. So I'm looking this way because I have my chat set up right by my... I should move it, actually. I can move it over. So I can look more direct at you guys. Yeah, I'll move it right over here. There we go. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens, believe it or not. Teleprompter. Then over here where I can see myself, I can talk right into the camera. Then I have the one on my right, 27-inch, another one over here, 27-inch. Then my vertical one for chat and my audio, and then I have my 4K monitor for my display when I'm working on stuff. So Wouldn't change a thing. I love it. It's great, easy to use. I just have to do it more often. So I'm trying to do that, especially in 2025. You guys are going to see a lot. So taking a little vacation for the next 2 weeks, but then I'm going to hit it hard. So oh, you picked up the Taito, Dead Connection, and Tiger Road? Wow. Okay. I don't think I have those, but yeah, you and I have pretty much the same taste when it comes to stuff. Except for Zookeeper. I don't know. I can't believe you sold that game. I'm still playing mine. I love mine. I actually upgraded to a real cabinet with hardware. Supposedly it works, but you know, they just have it in dormant in there and they have the J-Rock. But yeah. And then I don't know if you're ever planning to visit the States. The invitation is always open, Alex, but I am planning to go. We'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure I am though. But there's the Louisville Gaming Expo that Whitney kind of participates in with his podcast and stuff. And the guys usually go every year. They've gone 2 years in a row and I haven't gone, so I might go next year. I think it's in March of next year, 2025. And then what's the other one? Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I think our friend Brian runs that. And I've been wanting to go to that. I've been wanting to go to CAX, which Jeff Kinder used to run, but now he hasn't gone because he's married with kids now, so changes a lot. So yeah, that's all right, Alex. I mean, you're swapping out your games. Everybody does that. I tend to swap them out permanently because a lot of my friends locally have the games that I really want that are expensive. So yeah, chat with Whitney. Let me know what you can do. And, you know, we can always do, if you want to make it a big trip. I mean, I'm probably like 40 minutes from New York City, you know, by car or by train. So if you ever want to do, like, since you're hitting the States anyway, you can always like spend a few days here in New York City. I'll give you the tour. I work for a major company. Has 3 letters. I won't tell you if it's ABC, CBS, NBC, but it's kind of like that. And so I have access to a lot of stuff in the city that I could show you. It's pretty neat. So yeah, everybody's looking for Food Fight. I feel like that's a popular game now that everybody wants. Jeff Kinder just recently restored one. And he's been waiting. He said he was waiting over like 10 years for the cabinet. He couldn't find the cabinet. He got all the parts. So that thing is a hard one to find. And I didn't think much of it. I went to Jay's house. He's the guy who runs the Arcade Free Play in Providence, Rhode Island. He has like 2 right now, and I think they're opening up a 3rd. And went to his house because we used to have Arcade Wednesdays where we'd repair stuff, you know, at his house. And walk into his garage, he has like a wall of TVs and CRTs, all new, burn free, that he just has worked on, you know, because he was planning to open up an arcade at the time, and which he did, which is awesome. And I remember playing Food Fight there, the upright, and then he's like, hey, if you want, we could fire this one up, and he points to like the cocktail. He's like, we have a Food Fight cocktail too. I'm like, whoa, what is this crap? He had Robbie Roto as well. I'd never played that until I went to his house. Yeah, pretty cool. Are you talking Troy's Restorations or our Troy? Because we know a Troy too, part of the round table. I wonder, Troy my Troy might have it too. Yeah. Because my Troy, I don't know, you know Gibby, if you watch the Delusional's Roundtable, he has a warehouse with like hundreds of games. You know, which I actually shot and can release, I guess, whenever, but I just have to get the time to do it. But he had an island, he calls it the Island of Trons. There's like 6 or 7 Trons that are like all piled up. It looks like a little island when you're looking at it from the top. He has some really rare birds in there. One of them being a factory converted Galaga. It's a white Galaga. So it used to be a Bosconian, and they converted it to Galaga at the factory. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I prefer the upright as well. It's a really fun game. I believe they added that one to, if you have the FPGA, the Mister, they have Food Fight on there now. I would say the last year they added it. But, you know, Food Fight has unique controls, so I'm not sure how it would feel. But supposedly they're working on that. You know, they're refining it. Oh, is that the $100 Mr. Pie that I've been hearing about? Yeah, that's a good one. So cheap is always good, you know. Yeah, it was great to see you, Alex. Thanks for swinging by here. It was kind of an impromptu stream. I just had to get stuff done, and I said, hey, might as well stream it. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. If I have to work on anything, I can just watch TV and do it at the same time. I could watch a movie, but instead it's more fun to do a stream. So that's what I'm going to start doing. It's very easy to do, set up. Oh yeah, Taki's clone. I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yeah, that's a good... it's like the Mr. Pi clone for the DE10 Nano. Cool. All right, Alex, I'll see you next time. Shoot me a DM, and then I'll, I know... Real quick, I know something's going on with Whitney's account. Something happened, like it's like a mishap or something, where like his account got killed on Facebook somehow. It's a mistake. So he's, I think he's on with Meta, you know, talking to tech support about it. But I have his number, so I just texted him directly, and he's like, "Yeah, something's going on. We're trying to fix it." So he may not be available on Messenger, but I know he's on WhatsApp still. So yeah. All right, good to see you for sure. And on that note, I am going to... Yeah, before Christmas, that's all you need, exactly. You're trying to share memories, and then Facebook nixes your account. It's like he never existed. They're saying, hey, what are you talking about? You never existed. And we're like, yeah, we have a history, and we've, you know, so who knows? All right, so if you guys haven't seen, let's see, I'm gonna try to go here. You guys can subscribe if you're new to the channel. I like doing stuff like this. I like doing impromptu cap kits, monitor stuff, tube swaps, circuit board repair, power supply repair, which is what we were doing today. Just, you know, just beefing it up a little bit with a cap kit. But I also do other stuff. I have long format stuff, which is arcade, right? You guys can even say in the chat. I have arcade tours. I have stuff that restorations that I've done in the past. I still have Reactor, which I'm going to do. That's going to be a winter project, so that's going to be coming soon next year. I have a lot of plans. I have a Rolling Thunder high score save kit that I'm going to install, which I did for a buddy of mine. I did a short on that where I swapped my board with his just to keep his arcade running, and then took it here and I fixed it, and then I installed a high score save kit on it and gave it back last week. Crystal Castles needs a cap kit because the 4600 is losing colors. You smack the side and it comes back. It's probably a cold solder joint. Centipede, I have to recap that monitor because sometimes it'll do the little wobble. That's 4600. You can see I'm avoiding the 4600. It's my least favorite monitor. What else? Millipede I've decided to keep. It was kind of on the chopping block, and I was going to get rid of Millipede and keep Centipede, but because Centipede looks just so great. But I might sell that cabinet. I'm not sure yet. I might keep them both, but I need room. I gotta, you know, get stuff out of here. This one here, like I was hinting, I'll even point to it really quick. This Strikes and Spares, I'm doing a mod. You can even see a hint up there. You can see speakers on top. I'm actually gonna do a 70s vibe with that, and I plan to put some music on that, so that should be fun. What else do I got? Oh, I have to build the bar top. I have a Neo Geo bar top where I'm gonna put real hardware in it, and it's from Harman Customs. This one right here is not an arcade one-up. That's actually a Harman Customs where he flat packs it to you. You can mail order, and then you put the artwork on. He has all the artwork and everything ready to go. You just gotta put the hardware inside. This one has an LCD that I put in there, and it has a 60-in-1, but I take it with me. I took it with me last weekend. Whenever I'm traveling, I just take it with me. It's really easy to, it's portable. And then the other one is gonna be a little bigger. It's gonna be a big red theme that I already had. I got it maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I just haven't assembled it yet, but now it's time to do that. And I'm gonna stick it right here. It's gonna go right in between all this other stuff. And then I have my shmup cab, which I'll show you right here, which is still a work in progress. You can see that. I just never finished it. That's the reason I never finished it is because I ended up just getting a candy cab anyway, and I have Esperade. I actually own those boards. It's like $1,000 board, but I bought it. I own it, and I kind of lost interest into that cabinet, but I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. I'm gonna talk to Joe. My buddy Joe Savo does some artwork and stuff. I got to talk to him about maybe reprinting the sides. I'm gonna repaint it and maybe do another theme. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. Might keep it a shmup cab, not sure. But the Neo Geo I definitely have to do, so that's something I want to do next year for sure. And then yeah, so that's my goals. I have a lot of stuff, plus all the backlog. I mean, there's a game that I restored. I don't even have it anymore, and I haven't even edited anything on that. Ring King is a game by Data East. Such a great game. I took that, restored it with Jeff Kinder at his house, and then ended up giving it away and selling it to a guy that really wanted it, that I knew he was looking for it. And that thing was like factory fresh. It looks so good. But I did have it for a little bit, played with it, and I do still have 2 Ring King boards that I kept, so I can throw them in my candy cab whenever I want and play it. So not too bad. That's the main reason I sold it, is because redundancy. I needed room. What other project do I have? I think that's it. Oh, Outrun. I have the Smarty Pie. So a buddy of mine suggested, he had it. My buddy Nando, who has all the candy cabs. He has like 9 candy cabs. It's ridiculous how much he has. He used to live in Singapore, so he brought them all back to the US. But anyway, he showed me the Smarty Pie. I got to see it firsthand, and then I contacted Smarty. He's actually in our chat group on WhatsApp that I'm involved in. And they were sold out online, but he found one for me and did it. You know, sold it to me, which is great. I think I got one. My friend Rob needed one because his Outrun was down. Contacted Smarty again. He again did me a favor and hooked him up with it. And then who else needed one? Oh, my friend Brady, who's a local here in New Jersey. He needed one for his Space Harrier cab because his boards were dead. So he got hooked up one. It's a really, really, really good product. I mean, it has a Raspberry Pi on it and it's emulated, but it's emulated so well, those games, that the interface is just almost perfect. I mean, it's very simplified, but all you have to do is go inside the cabinet, you hit a button, bam. So I'm gonna experiment with that in my cab and do an episode on that, where you can play Chase HQ by Namco. You could play, what is it? What's that other game? There's Outrun, there's Turbo Outrun. You can't play Super Hang-On. That's a whole different, it's similar, but there's this different interface for that you can get, because it's all plug and play. You just plug it right into the connectors. Really cool. So I've been reluctantly not installing that right now. It's actually on the shelf. I can see it right there, because I wanted to do more of an in-depth. I feel I owe it to the community and to everyone to at least put this out there and be like, this is such a great product, because I saw it firsthand and I fell in love with it. It has Cannonball Outrun on there too, so you can like drive a blue car if you want instead of red. All kinds of cool stuff you can do with it. So yeah, that's all I got. So it is pretty late where I am. I can sleep in a little bit tomorrow, but I usually don't. I can survive on no sleep, so that's my life. I can get up early and whatever, but all right, cool. So I'm gonna end this. So if you're not a member, actually this is funny, this is Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. It's actually X, but I'm at Del's Arcade on there. I hardly post there, but I still do occasionally. But I'm really on, if you want to see me on Instagram, I'm at Del's Arcade there. I post all kinds of stories and all kinds of pictures that I'm working on there. Went to a couple cool barcades this past weekend. I shot a couple things there, so I gotta release those, maybe as shorts or something. But I'm trying to keep the content fresh, and I'm trying to commit to myself. I did a whole year every single week without fail, probably like around 5 years ago. And I was debating if I should do that again. I'm not sure yet. Be a little crazy, but I'd be able to do it. All right, see you later, James. I see everybody saying goodbye here, but yeah, I'm gonna be signing off in a second. And yeah, so we'll be seeing you soon. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Take care.